Lee Boxing Truth. Blueface just took a loss against a YouTube streamer, if I'm getting this right, named Chibu. This fight took place yesterday, and now these live streamers are becoming, getting into boxing. If you don't know who Blueface is, he's a rapper who's been rapping for some years now, and just got out of prison. I believe he did a couple years. He's been known for having controversy with a female R&B singer, if you want to call her that, slash YouTuber, Krishan Rock, who's been on reality show. But Blueface has been known for being in gyms, sparring, getting prepared for matches. Manager is Whack 100, and has just been, ever since he's been out of prison, been collaborating with these streamers. You have Aiden Ross, and they had Charleston White, who was at the event. He was there. And pretty much a lot of people felt that Blueface was going to win this match. And when you look at Chibu, you look at an oversized, out of shape person, in which is displayed. He's overweight by like 60 or 70 pounds. I can relate to that part, being overweight. And but what they didn't, they failed to, they looked at Blueface and looked at a person somewhat in shape, looking physically. But this was in Chibu's first boxing match that he's had in the ring. So, and one thing that I noticed in the fight that I watched is that Chibu has energy. When Blueface was getting tired around the second, third round, Chibu was coming in with hard punches, and he said a lot of people underestimated him, and it showed. It showed because a lot of people felt that Blueface got this, no problem, even though it was a last minute fight. And that's the thing about it. These last minute fights, sometimes you got to be careful about that, because especially you just coming out and you've been in prison fighting, but those fights probably last about 15, 20 seconds. They're not going in, you don't have gloves, you're not going round and round. And depending on how you live your life outside the ring, it can have an effect. And it depends on how much a person wants it. Chibu knew if he beat Blueface, that this is going to mean a lot for him. Because the people that didn't know him, and I didn't know him. I didn't know his, I'm finding out about him now. But some people are not into the celebrity boxing. Me, I'm okay with it. Because most of the time, these celebrity boxers that might not be into boxing start getting into boxing, start watching, start going into these gyms where they actually box, start bringing more attention to boxing. And when they can bring more attention to boxing, to the sport that I love, I definitely could, support and acknowledge that these celebrity boxers are going out there. Celebrity boxers are going out there and actually trying to learn the sport of boxing. And I have much respect for Blueface and now Chibu too. They're going out there. They're actually, and then even after the fight, Chibu said, I guess he's like 270. He would at 5'10", and he said he'd like to go down to 240 if he gets the rematch with Blueface. And yeah, that'd be a good rematch. But I'd like to see Blueface go in and fight another fight, give himself another 6 months in better shape and taking it very seriously. Probably a month out, refrain from doing, or the week of the fight, refrain from doing any extra activities. Because it seems like Blueface is pretty busy. with other activities. And so if he could slow down on that, put that out for a week, because I do believe he does take this pretty, somewhat seriously, because he does actually go in camp with actual boxers. With that being said, in the comment section, if somebody could tell me, is Chibu a streamer? And is he to me, it seems like he's got to be big if he's on that type of platform. So with that being said, I guess it was a pretty decent fight. And, the best man won that night, which was Chibu. Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, subscribe.